So one thing that I'm massive on is nature, the wonders of nature, stepping into our own nature, like talking about how we naturally are, stepping into our truth, finding who we really are and being on that journey. And also being open and vulnerable to share with each other everything that we're going through on our own journey, and know that it's a process of shedding and healing, as I'm sure you've already become aware of with what I've been sharing so far. And so I wanted to talk about a topic that has had a big that's that really weird big has had a big impact on me as a woman, because it's a female process. But not just that, it's because I've also had changes in the way that I look at it. So anyway, I'm talking about the menstrual cycle. So not only has my change in diet affected how I feel on my period, so I get way less pain, I'm way less heavy, but I also have learned to look at my menstrual cycle in a completely different way. And it's interesting that we're often really embarrassed to talk about this topic. Some men get embarrassed or freaked out by this, and some women feel ashamed and embarrassed by a natural cycle that's so beautiful if we could just look at it in a different way. So this is how I look at my cycle now, as a woman stepping into my feminine essence, stepping into my divine feminine. I see my cycle now as an empowering moment to step into my creativity, to remember that this is my time to go inwards, to rest, to listen in to what my body is crying for, and let the process of shedding literally be mentally too. So what do I need to release? I'm releasing physically. What do I need to release mentally right now? Like what's not serving me? How can I just let go of what's not necessary? And that is such an amazing opportunity, to be literally forced into a space of, I don't want to do anything, I just want to retreat, I want to be still. If you're forced into that space in what I class now as a beautiful way, it's the perfect opportunity to look at your cycle in that way. I absolutely love the feeling I get on my during my cycle now. I used to be really what's the word? Resent, is that the word? I used to get really frustrated with my period pains and my discomfort. And now I look at it in a completely different way. I look at this as a sacred feminine time to step into my creativity, to go inwards, to rest and do what my body is crying for, which is to stop. I used to work out my period and just do a proper, go to the gym, lift weights and all this stuff, and it just was not serving me at all. And now I just completely go into my cave and do what my body is crying for. And this is nature, guys. This is what our nature innately teaches us. And as men and women, I think it's really important to communicate with each other about this, and be open with each other, and be open to talk about this kind of stuff, because this is just part of who we are. And if both men and women can understand each other, why we get emotional during this time, how they can do their best to give us the space, or how they can help us during this process if we need some kind of assistance with anything, then perfect. We will get on like a house on fire. And also the other way around, what we can do to communicate with our men, or even if it means our, not just partners, but also friends who are males, or our dad or brothers, what we need, but also what we how to understand them as well, and what they need. So from us, whether it's to just be really clear with them about everything. So I find it really interesting. This could be a good opportunity to open up conversation, but I think it's just important to speak out about it, because it is like we are moving into the age of Aquarius, which is the age of unity consciousness. We're coming together more now. We're becoming more unified. It may not feel like it right now, but we are, and we're moving towards that direction. And the only way we can do that is to really be open to share vulnerable. I can't even say it. Be open to share vulnerably and openly with each other, and be able to see it from each other's perspective. And did you know, on your period, women, you release a very small amount of DMT, which is basically what you release when you pass over to stop you being in pain. It's like this really blissful, euphoric feeling. And women release a very small amount of DMT on their period. So perfect time to meditate and be connected if you're spiritual, and connect with guides, or if you just receive any messages. You are much more in tune during this time. Like, your kind of intuition navigator is like on a high level during this time. You've got like a really sensitive radar. So use that to its advantage. I mean, and step into your creative power. The womb is the creative energy. It's the creative space where we can use it to its advantage. I love to write during this time, and I'm writing a book at the moment. And as I'm writing, I'm feeling like I don't even know where it's coming from. It's like channeling through me. And yeah, it's just so amazing to have that ability to be so creative during this time. So I think that's all really that I wanted to share. I just think it's very important for us to be open about these things. And also, if you wear red on your period, it's very empowering. Yeah, things are changing with the way the world is moving forward. Apparently, we're moving forward into more of a feminine energy. So it's really important to be open to that feminine side, even as men as well. Okay, all right, I'm going to leave it there. And I personally am menstruating right now, which is why I wanted to share this even more so, because I'm going through it right now. And I definitely feel such a blissful feeling when I'm meditating, and it's like crazy how my attitude has changed so much from resenting being a woman and having a period to now loving and stepping into that feminine power, the creativity, the okay, I'm getting rid of what's not serving me, I'm nourishing myself, I'm having a bath, I'm having a hot water bottle, I'm slowing down, I'm going inwards, I'm not letting in any shit, I'm setting my boundaries. It's just so empowering. All right, that's my message for the day. Have a wonderful day. I'm sure I'll be sharing more with you, but for now, happy Friday. Speak to you soon.